And that's the move to bring hundreds of scouts from the World Jamboree to Seoul, Canadian Scouts, as a tropical storm tracks towards the event site. Thousands of them have now been moved from the coastal campsite. The Jamboree had already been making news, with British and Americans moving their scouts out after complaints about heat and illness in some of the facilities. Well, Bob Fairhurst's son is currently at that event. He's been in contact with him, and Bob is joining us now for more. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Bob, you have a 15-year-old son who is taking part in this Jamboree. What are you hearing from him?
He's doing well. It's actually just started to rain there. I heard from him about a half hour ago. So the rain started in Incheon, which is where he's located. But everything's gone smoothly. He woke up yesterday morning his time and packed up his tent and was on a bus within a couple of hours. And now he's enjoying the air conditioning and comfortable bed, which is obviously a change up from sleeping on the ground.
You know, we mentioned off the top, some countries had pulled their scouts, talking about the UK and the US. Earlier, this is about complaints over food and sanitation. Extreme heat had to cancel some of these events. What have the last 24 hours been like for your son?
For him, it's been pretty much a non sequitur. He's not at the camp, so obviously he's a little bit disappointed about that, but he understands the circumstances, and he's young. He's excited to be in the middle of a typhoon. It's a new experience for him, and that's what he was looking forward to on this trip in the first place. So, good or bad, it's all experiences, and the typhoon is something he's actually looking forward to.
It is an experience. It's all about adventure. It's all about bonding and being with your friends as well. And they wait years and do a lot of fundraising to be able to afford to do trips like this. So I'm glad he's making the most of it. You said he's interested in the tropical storm and being part of it or being near it. How did the relocation affect his experience then? Is it added to the excitement, it sounds like?
It has. I mean, it's all part of the grand adventure, no battle plan survives contact with the enemy, as they say. And, in this case, that happened as well. The weather was out of everyone's control, and they did the best they could. But when the typhoon alert came up, they made the decision to leave. And within 24 hours, they were packed up, loaded, and on the go. So it seemed like a very seamless process. And to him, he didn't even understand the big deal in terms of all the news coverage, because everything's run smoothly from his perspective.
Sounds like you've raised a really adaptable kid. How were you as a parent when you heard about all these events?
Initially, last week when the news started coming out, I was a bit nervous. I was stressed, but I spoke to him twice a day. I spoke to him when he woke up and before I went to bed, and he told me every day, things are going great. He's having a great time. He got burnt, he got bit, but nothing would have happened here. So he's having a great time.
Bob, when does he get home, and what do you think his key highlights are going to be?
He's supposed to arrive Saturday, although obviously that could change depending on what happens at the airport, weather, and whatnot. I'm just looking forward to giving him a big hug and find out how many people he met. He was looking forward to trying to meet people from different countries, different cultures, and I want to see how many of them he covered.
Bob, well, I'm glad that he's doing so well. I'm glad he's making the most of it and having an adventure out of it. I imagine some of that role modeling comes from you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.